just got this. I'm going to use it in my Alienware graphics amplifier. I have an Alienware laptop that I'm going to be using this video card on. The laptop itself already has a 2070 video card, so I'm just adding a 2080 Super video card, more for convenience. I mean, it's a little bit of a boost, you know, because you're using a full-size graphic card instead of the one inside the laptop, so it reduces heat and everything, and it reduces over usage on the motherboard and all that, because it is a laptop. It gets hot and it starts to, you know, lag, especially when it gets too hot. So anyway, I'm a believer that the full-size cards, graphic cards and everything are much better than the ones inside laptops, because of their full size, and you know, they're dedicated just for that. It's not part of the whole laptop thing. So anyway, and that's just my opinion. So I purchased this so I can set it up and just plug in my laptop and take it out when it comes to running my Oculus and some other gaming software that needs a high-end graphics card or a computer. And I saw this was on special. This was a renewed product or refurbished product, or you know, a used product on Amazon, and I paid about $160 compared to $229, the going rate for a brand new one. It looks new. It looks great condition. I looked it over. I'm doing a video on it now. So this is the graphics card I'm going to put in there, and my idea is that I'm just going to set this up on the side, and when I'm ready to run, because I have a full-size tower, but I'm having problems running some of the 360 Oculus, I'm sorry, the VR Oculus racing games. So they seem not to work very well on that computer. I don't know if it's a software or hardware issue, but when it comes to that, when I'm using this is my setup for driving games, my VR driving games, and I have an issue when I use my desktop. So the laptop has solved the issue, but I want to get it, you know, have less of an issue of plugging everything in, because I always have to plug in all the other USB devices, the Oculus itself and everything. So what I'd like to do is actually have everything plugged in here, or actually have it plugged into a USB hub, and then have that hub plug in here. And the back of this has a bunch of USB ports and everything. So it's going to be more for convenience and future proofing. So I'm hoping that this laptop lasts a really long time, and that I can continuously upgrade the video card as video cards get better. So hopefully I'll still have this in 5 years, unless the whole, you know, industry changes completely. So let's open this up and take a look at it. This is the front. This is the back. I'll scan this and have this at the end. The sides, all the others. There we go. So anyway, let me open it up so you can see how it looks. Wow, it's amazing. I remember one of my first high-end video cards was a, I think it was a, oh my goodness, not even a PCI port. Those black, really long ones, I forget what they were called. And the video card was 8 whopping megabytes, and it was like the computer guy I bought it at the store. There was a lot of mom and pop stores during the time when I first got into computers in the 90s, and the gentleman behind the counter said, "You'll never need another video card again. This is like ultra fast." And you know, it's a VGA connection, and it was I don't even know. It was horrible resolution, but then was awesome. But compared to what we get now with 4K and 8K, it's wow, we've come a long way. I wish I still had that video card. 8 megabyte video card. And nothing had fans. Nothing had fans. Not even the CPU had a fan. All you had maybe was a heat sink. Things didn't get that hot. It's nice packaging. Okay, nothing else in the box. These are the packaging instructions, or unpacking instructions. So I guess I'm supposed to flatten this, and the card should come out easily. Upside down. The manual. I have some of this at the end also. Flatten everything. Slide it completely out. Move this to the side. Now the video card itself. Is there anything in here? Nothing in there. Really nice looking video card. Let me take the plastic off and do a really close up of the whole thing. Not for nothing, but these things are just beautiful compared to the old cards. Wow. There's a lot of power in these video cards. This is the cover. And let me do a close-up. It's the heat sink there, looks like, and that's the this is the bottom. Let's look at one. Okay. They're so much heavier too, these video cards. Power connections there. This is the back. The front. I'll unplug these in 1 second to show you the ports that are available. In the top, the 2 fans. I think these are 120 in size. Okay, and the ports are going to be DisplayPort. DisplayPort. HDMI, 2 display HDMI, and another DisplayPort. A nice looking card. I hope the performance is good. That's the look of the card. Let me do some quick measurements. I measure everything, especially if you're looking to see the size of this thing and you want to see if it fits in your case. It should fit in my Alienware graphics amplifier. So it's about that long. If you need to get detailed, and then from front to back. You see in the background, that'll be inside, so it's probably like 4 1/8 really. Okay, and then the thickness of the card. A little over 2 inches. That's really thick. It'll just be too way over 2 inches in the front, that's for sure. Make sure you, this might even take 3 slots. Might not be enough unless you have a really thin card. Pretty thick. Here. This is the back of it. Heavy card. Let me weigh it. Curious. Wow, it's a pretty heavy card. It's really hard to open. It's really, I don't even know the proper way. I always feel like I'm gonna break it. So this is the clip. So this is to open, close, as you can see it here. How can I get more light? Okay, so let me close up of this here. This thing is really, okay, will that lock automatically? I don't know if I'm opening this right or not. So that locks it. To the right is locked, it won't open. Okay, so if I turn it to the left, yeah, the only grip I get is up here. There's no other handle, nothing else. Oh well. Let me get this thing open. I'm going to be running a USB lights in here just to make it look nice inside, so it'll look nice from the outside. So an RGB looking thing. I think I've already done a close-up of everything inside, so I'm sorry if I'm doing it again. Try to be as quick as possible. and I'll just take some pictures too. I don't think the screws that came with the Alienware graphics amplifier are gonna work. These are the ones that it has here. I already took off the covers. Good. So as you can see, it's tiny. So I don't think that's gonna be enough. I don't even think it's gonna reach. You know, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm gonna have to get my own screws. Okay, so let me plug everything in. And okay. 6 and 4. So I was totally wrong in needing new screws. The screws are perfect. They fit perfectly. Matter of fact, I couldn't find a screw that fit in there, so this might be proprietary also, so don't lose these screws. As the other ones I tried, extra ones I have, just did not work. So don't lose these. It's all done. Let me just make sure everything's screwed in tightly. This is the USB hub right here. And this, and this. Perfect. Everything's plugged in and ready to go. I don't know if where I could run my cables coming out of this thing. So it looks like the video card shroud or the cover, it's too thick. I can't close this thing. It won't close right. It won't. Yeah, it's too, you can see right there, it's too thick. I'm hoping if I take this off, it'll be easier. So I'm gonna have to try to modify the video card so that I mean not modify it, but just get rid of the shroud. I knew that was gonna cause it. I had a feeling this is gonna cause problems for a lot of people, especially if they have a limited space in their computer. So let me take out the card again and let me see what I can do. there's not many turns to get this off. Small screwdriver. It looks like. Okay. Here's the shroud. What is this for? I hope this is not a heat sensor. Let's hope not. I do not suggest you do this. This is just me doing it. I think the screws are gonna fall out, so let me. And I think it might still be two. There they go. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Let me unplug this again. There's 2 more here. Okay, this. So it's a total of 5 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the openings there, 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 and there. And this is the inside of the card now. So this is a close-up look of the inside without the cover. And I don't know if it's gonna fit. I'm hoping it does. It doesn't look good. This fan doesn't look good for the fans. So let me try it again. Nope. It won't fit. No, still won't fit. Alright, I have to get another video card. Let me try getting another thinner 2080. I don't know how that's gonna go. So I guess this video card thing is just going to be a look at. And as for the Alienware graphics amplifier, I have to get another video card. That one does not fit. So what I'm gonna do is, for this Alienware graphics, I'm actually gonna put this in my my VR machine, which I'm using right now. I'm just gonna update the video card to a 2080. I got it for a really good price. And what I'm gonna put in here is a 1080, and it'll be more for convenience, if anything. It's a 1080 Founders Edition, 11 gigs, so that's the one I'm gonna put in there. So I'm just gonna switch graphic cards around. And I'll use this one for the VR, so at least it's being used for something else. I have 2 VR machines, so this is going to be for the one I have at one location. I have another location. That one has a 1080, but I'll put this one on my main one, which is the one I use for the racing wheel and everything. So that should improve graphics, hopefully substantially. on the my gaming PC. So this will be, I'll put it 1080, and it'll be more for a convenience situation than anything else. This video card didn't fit, and this is going to be, the video card is the 2080 Super Dual OC 8 gig DDR6 ASUS, just not working, too big. So let me try the so I'll put this, I've decided to do that, and I'll put that inside. That way I'll have a graphics card to put into the Alienware, and it'll be more for convenience if anything. So let me put this back together. I'll fast forward this. I pulled this out of the computer. I believe it's a Founders Edition. I'm going to find out when I plug it in. I forget. I believe they both are Founders Editions on both of my computers. This has this thing over here in the back to hold it up. Okay, it seems smaller. Seems like it'll fit. So let's see if it will. Let me take this thing off first. Perfect, it fits. So again, this is not even for adding power. It's because the video card in the laptop is a lot. It's a 2070 over the 1080 Ti, and you could argue which one is which. But anyway, this is more for convenience. I'm looking to just plug in one plug for my laptop instead of having to plug in the USBs and everything. So this is more of a convenience factor. Plus, it's so interesting to see this work. And I was just going to leave the case open and just have the card hanging out. But I figured, you know what? I could use it in my other computer anyway. And it's for the convenience for the Oculus. So my laptop, I don't have to be plugging in and out a bunch of USBs and get a hub or anything. And I could just plug everything right in the back of here, and everything just works. So let me put the lights inside. These are strips of lights I purchased for the back of my TV, and I never put them on. So I'm looking to have them come on here. I'm hoping that I could snake the USB through here somehow. Maybe it'll be coming out a little bit, and it won't be too noticeable. So I ran the lights up and down. I want to see how they look. Give it a better look. I put it in there, and it looks like it'll fit the USB power is thin enough to close the whole case. And now I can close it completely. Have the USB thing here and lock it into place. Or maybe not. Alright, let me figure something else out. So I was able to fit it through the video card opening right there. Just makes it right there. So I changed the location. I put it in between the card. There's a slot there, so I'll leave it there. So that should be good enough to still access the Alienware port and any other cards, display cables or HDMI cables or connections. I ended up putting the graphics card in my Alienware, one of my main computers. I'll run some tests on it and let you know how it works. I'm assuming it's going to be a huge improvement, and hoping it helps in the processing of videos and pictures and all that other stuff that I do. So let me run some tests and then I'll end the video with letting you know how I feel about it.
ASUS Dual GeForce RTX 2080 Super EVO OC Edition Graphics Card ASUS DualRTX208 DUAL-RTX2080S-O8G-EVO ASUS. Cost $709.99. B&H. Key features: 1650 MHz Core, boostable to 1860 MHz 3072 CUDA Cores, Turing Architecture, 8 GB of GDDR6 VRAM based on the Turing Architecture and designed to handle the graphical demands of 4K gaming. The ASUS Dual GeForce RTX 2080 Super EVO OC Edition graphics card brings the power of real-time ray tracing and AI to your PC games. ASUS RTX 2080 Super EVO OC Overview. Based on the Turing Architecture and designed to handle the graphical demands of 4K gaming, the ASUS Dual GeForce RTX 2080 Super EVO OC Edition graphics card brings the power of real-time ray tracing and AI to your PC games. The front panel of the card features a variety of outputs, including DisplayPort 1.4 and HDMI 2.0b. The RTX 2080 Super is not just about high-resolution gaming. Computationally intensive programs can utilize the GPU's 3072 cores to accelerate tasks using CUDA or other APIs. For cooling, ASUS implemented dual wing blade fans. The patented wing blade design delivers maximum airflow and improved 105% static pressure over the heatsink while also operating quieter than reference cards. Real-time ray tracing. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX platform enables real-time ray tracing of objects and environments with physically accurate shadows, reflections, refractions, and global illumination. The RTX 2080 Super features 8 GB arrays per second and up to 63 TRTX ops. Equivalent aggregate math operations contributed by the Turing shaders, CUDA cores, tensor cores, and RT cores needed to render RTX graphics. SLI-ready with a compatible motherboard and a connecting bracket. 2 or more NVIDIA GPUs of the same model can combine processing power using NVIDIA's Scalable Link Interface, SLI. How the cards work together can be customized to suit your preferences. Alternate frame rendering has each alternating card prepare the next frame, essentially multiplying the capabilities of a single card's maximum capable frame rate output. Each card in the configuration can also be used to improve anti-aliasing by being able to process an image in parallel with the other cards before filtering out jagged edges. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX NVLink Bridge, sold separately, provides 50 times the available transfer bandwidth of previous technologies. Delivering smooth gameplay, it's an effective way to enjoy surround gaming, and it's only compatible with the GeForce RTX 2070 Super, 2080, 2080 Super, and 2080 Ti graphics cards. Note, the benefits of SLI will vary based on component configuration. NVIDIA GPU Boost 4.0 boosts the card's clock speed in real time based on the target temperature. If the card is running below the set target temperature, GPU Boost 4.0 will increase the clock speed to improve performance. The target temperature can be reset depending on your preference, so you can have the card run more quietly for everyday tasks and older games, and run at full tilt during intense high-resolution gaming sequences. NVIDIA Ansel. With Ansel, gamers can compose the gameplay shots they want, pointing the camera in any direction and from any vantage point within a gaming world. They can capture screenshots at up to 32 times the screen resolution, and then zoom in where they choose without losing fidelity. With photo filters, they can add effects in real time before taking the shot, and they can capture 360-degree stereo photospheres for viewing in a VR headset or Google Cardboard. CUDA, NVIDIA's parallel computing platform, which enables an increase in computing performance by harnessing the parallel nature of GPU processing. CUDA-compatible applications can assign intensive parallel computing tasks, such as real-time video rendering, to the GPU to process, freeing up the computer's CPU to run other tasks. G-Sync ready. When used with a monitor that has G-Sync hardware installed, the monitor's refresh rate will sync and lock with the graphics card's output frame rate. Establishing the sync removes tearing and stuttering, which can result from conventional fixed screen refresh rates, especially important for gaming in stereoscopic 3D. An additional benefit of G-Sync is reduced lag, so gamers will benefit from the improved command response time as well. UPC 92,876,434,987. In the box, ASUS Dual GeForce RTX 2080 Super EVO OC Edition graphics card, limited 3-year warranty. ASUS RTX 2080 Super EVO OC specs GPU model NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 Super Stream processors 3072 CUDA Cores boost clock speed gaming mode 1830 MHz OC mode 1860 MHz base clock speed gaming mode 1650 MHz OC mode 1680 MHz interface PCI Express 3.0x16 supported APIs DirectX 12 OpenGL 4.5 memory speed 15.5 GB per second memory configuration 8 GB memory interface GDDR6 memory interface with 256-bit memory bandwidth 496 GB per second display support display connectors 3x DisplayPort 1.41
HDMI 2.0
Maximum digital resolution 7680 x 4320 at 60 Hz power requirements PCI power connectors 1x 8 pin 1x 6 pin recommended system power requirements 650W dimensions height 4.65 inches 118.00 millimeters length 10.51 inches 267.00 millimeters width 2.75 slot general cooler type open fan sync packaging info package weight 4 pounds box dimensions LXWXH 18.7x 17.7x 10.4
I just want to say I'm happy with my purchase after using it for about a day, and you know it's a high-end video card compared to the one I had. I had a 1080, or there's actually some people who will disagree with that, but it's a 2080 video card. I'm finding some use for it. I still needed a card for the Alienware graphics interface box, external graphics. So I had to swap this one out. I don't want to keep searching for one to see if it fits. So I'll just leave that one. I'll leave the 2080 inside my Alienware Area 51 R5 CPU, and I put the 1080 Ti 1080, I believe it's a 1080 Ti grandfather edition 11 gigs memory video card inside the Alienware graphics box, or graphics external graphics display box. Sorry, not grandfather's edition, founder's edition card. It's a 1080 Ti 11 gig Founders Edition card that I ended up swapping this out for and putting it inside the Alienware external graphics amplifier. So I'm happy with it. You saw the test, and you heard the specs, and I'm happy with my purchase. And I hope the video helps. I hope you liked it. I hope it was detailed. Thank you.